I want you to imagine you're at this meeting, you're sitting at the table. What is John Ratcliffe going to ask the Chinese?
Well, I can tell you the early readout from the Biden White House is that they're going to talk to the Chinese about trade and intellectual property, cybersecurity, and a few other issues. The one thing that I haven't seen them mention is the one that I would start with, which is China's role in COVID-19. As you know, Trey, yesterday was the one-year anniversary of COVID-19 being declared a pandemic that's claimed the lives of 500,000 Americans. And to put that in perspective, that's more Americans lost to COVID-19 that were lost in World War I and World War II combined. And so, as the person who for the past year has seen all of our intelligence related to China's role in connection with this virus, we typically don't use legal terms in the intelligence community, but as a prosecutor, Trey, you'll appreciate that. I think the best way to describe it is to say that China's actions were a direct and proximate cause of the death of all 500,000 Americans as a result of COVID-19. And so if I were sitting down with China, that's where I would start, and I wouldn't move on until I got a commitment from them to get the cooperation that we need to move forward and get the answers to make sure that we never have a pandemic like this again.
You know, John, you have been so passionate, even off camera when we talk. I mean, your passion is, this could happen again. It's great we have a vaccine. It's great that there's hope on the horizon, but this could happen again. And there's still unanswered questions about the origins, aren't there?
There are, and that's why it's important. Operation Warp Speed is a huge success, and those vaccines will end this pandemic, but they won't stop the next pandemic. The only way we stop this, and again, this is not just about assigning blame to China and getting answers with respect to that. It's about preventing the next one, because if we don't get clarity with regard to tracing this to a specific source, then we can't prevent the next pandemic from happening, and that's where we have so much that is still unanswered. We've put out a lot of information, and folks need to know that on January 15th, when Mike Pompeo put out a statement from the State Department that talked about the intelligence at the Wuhan Institute of Virology and all of the information that we had about the CCP's involvement in ordering experimentation on coronaviruses, that was information that I approved on behalf of the intelligence community. And the reason that we did that, Trey, was that Mike and I knew that we were walking out of an administration, and we didn't know whether this administration would keep their foot on the gas and get the answers that we need for the American people. And our concern, based on just that clip that you played, shows that the rhetoric on China has been pretty good, but the actions haven't backed it up. And our concern is that we may not get those answers if they don't keep their foot on the gas.
发源于湖北武汉的中共病毒疫情的起源再有新说法。近日，美国务院前调查员大卫·艾舍说，他相信病毒来自武汉病毒学研究所，而且可能是中共军方正在进行的生化武器泄露所致。据福克斯新闻13日报道，美国国务院监督中共病毒来源专案组的前首席调查员艾舍，在任职国务院期间，曾为民主党和共和党进行机密情报调查。艾舍领导的团队不仅揭开了巴基斯坦核弹之父卡迪尔汗的国际核采购管道，还揭开了朝鲜隐瞒浓缩铀的关键之处。艾舍认为，中共在过去14个月里进行了大规模的掩盖中共病毒疫情起源的行动。艾舍说，他相信病毒来自武汉病毒研究所，而且可能是中共军方正在研发的一种生化武器，发生某些事故导致泄露。如果这是真的，那不得不说它将成为有史以来最成功的武器，因为它让全球 GDP 减少 15% 到 20%， 还夺走数百万条性命。他表示，中共政府的举动让他想起了自己所负责的许多调查案件，里面包含着各种隐瞒和阴谋。中方起初声称疫情起源于当地的海鲜市场，但武汉病毒研究所多名科学家在2019年11月就因爆发流感症状集体住院，时间点比中共官方记载的首起病例更早。艾舍和其他哈德逊研究所小组专家说，2007年中共公开宣布展开基因生化武器研发，使病毒更具杀伤力。到了2016年，中共便禁止武汉病毒研究所谈论任何情报，这可能是中共军方开始介入并从化武防御转向化武进攻的时候。2017年，中共更进一步停止让相关人员公开说明将病毒作为化武载体的研究。与此同时，中共军方开始资助武汉病毒学研究所的研究，让人不得不心生疑窦。中共病毒2019年于湖北武汉爆发，中共最初宣称不会人传人，直到2020年1月20日，中共专家才宣布疫情人传人。1月23日，武汉宣布封城。由于中共隐瞒疫情，导致病毒迅速蔓延全世界。截止目前，全球已有1亿多人感染，260万人死亡。世卫专家组调查团队首席研究员恩巴瑞克于2月15日向美媒透露，2019年12月疫情就在武汉广泛传播，估计1月23日武汉封城前53天，已有上千人染疫。他披露，由17名世卫科学家和17名中共代表组成的团队， 检查了从2019年12月1日起的早期中共病毒 DNA， 赫然发现武汉当时已经出现了13种不同的病毒基因序列。巴雷克说，这无疑代表中共病毒可能早在2019年12月前已经在中国传播。这就是为什么他们希望中共开放血液数据库，特别是武汉捐血库数千份可追溯到2年前的样本。1月15日，美国国务院发布武汉病毒研究所的事实报告，首次明确指出中共掩盖病毒来源真相，并直指武汉病毒研究所从事秘密军事活动。这份名为武汉病毒研究所的活动的国务院报告说，中共有系统地阻止了对中共病毒大流行病起源的透明彻底的调查，而且投入大量资源进行欺骗和虚假宣传。当天，时任美国国务卿的蓬佩奥发推文表示，目前所有的现有证据表明，中共病毒疫情起源于中国。他还说，武汉病毒所内的研究员2019年秋季就染病，出现类似中共病毒疫情的病症。去年5月初，蓬佩奥也曾表示，有大量证据表明病毒来自武汉的实验室，而且这不是人们第一次因为中国实验室的事故而被感染。